I just have a quick list. It's 5 things that I have, Jake, and I know Jake Mattera, not only great comedian, but a great musician, great guitar player,
Yep.
big music fan, big musician.
Yeah.
What I've done, you guys know, I know you get big music fans. You know those commonly misheard lyrics lists where it's like, you know, a rock song that you know people mishear. It's like Jimi Hendrix, excuse me while I kiss the sky. People think it's excuse me while I kiss this guy. You know, like it's just commonly misheard lyrics. Well, there's actually a lot of commonly misheard lyrics in Christmas songs.
What?
Yeah. And I found a list. I actually compiled a list. I went through and I found a lot of these. So I'll go through I have just the 5 top ones. So let's start with
I love to hear them.
The Christmas song by Nat King Cole, Chestnuts Roasting, you know, Chestnuts Roasting. People think that he says in the opening lines, chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose. That's what people think he says. But he actually says chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost peeking at your notes.
What?
Yeah, Jack Frost, there was actually an actual Jack Frost. He was taking a Western Civ class at the community college at the time, and he was caught cheating 3 times in one semester and was expelled. So just a little fact right there.
Oh my God.
Similar to Jeff, your troubles with the law.
Yeah.
That was Jack Frost. Yeah.
But you know, that's just like you're young and you do stupid stuff like that, Jack Frost.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Was he ever able to go back and get a degree?
No, that's why he's always spent his life just basically as a snowman.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. By a wintry man. That's all he can do. So let that be a lesson to all of us.
Did you call him a wintry man?
A wintry man. Yes. He's a very wintry man. Speaking of wintry men, White Christmas by, you know, classic by Mr. Bing Crosby.
I love that song.
You know, he says, towards the end, he says, people think he says, may your days be merry and bright, right?
Yeah.
May your days be merry and bright. He actually says, what he actually sings, if you listen to it, he actually says, may your Daves be Mary and Dwight. Like the names. May your Daves be Mary and Dwight. Yeah. Bing Crosby wasn't in good mental health when he recorded that. It was sort of past his prime. Yeah. He actually says, may your Daves be Mary and Dwight. Makes no sense. It was a lot of gibberish at the time. He really,
but like, were they his sons' names? Like, no, absolutely. He didn't know a Dave, a Mary, or a Dwight.
There wasn't a message behind it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
I think I guess I just have 4 of them. I thought I had a 5th one, but I think it's just 4 of them. So I did White Christmas. I did the Christmas song. Brenda Lee was only 14 years old, I believe, when she recorded the hit song "Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree."
I like that song.
Yeah.
You know, "Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree."
It's fun.
People think she says, you know, you will get a sentimental feeling when you hear voices singing "Let's Be Jolly." People think she says, deck the halls with boughs of holly. But what she actually says is, deck your friend Paul, who brought your ex-girl Holly. Basically, at the party, his friend Paul brought as a date this guy's ex-girlfriend Holly, and she's like, you can't stand for that shit. Deck him right there in front of everybody.
That makes sense. Like the rocking around the Christmas tree. Okay. Wow. Yeah. I never even realized that. Wow.
And she was only 14 and she was involved in such love triangle bullshit like that.
She knew her stuff. Yeah. She was wise beyond her years.
Was she a wintry girl, Cal?
She was a very wintry girl. Yeah.
She had the wiseness of 3 men.
Yes.
You would say?
Yes, she did. Yeah. 3 of them in one. She had the myrrh and the she had the frankincense of a much older man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
And finally, this one surprised me. I always thought it was this way. Maybe you guys know the real lyrics, but I thought it was this way. The classic song, "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas."
Yep.
Everybody knows that. I think Judy Garland sang and a number of other people. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more, right? I always thought they said, faithful friends who are dear to us, they gather near to us once more. Yeah. It's not actually that. The lyrics actually are, and you got to remember, this is back in the 1950s when the song was popular. Faithful friends who are dear to us gather near to us and form a militia to defend against the socialist shadow government made up of traitors who hate America and should be named and turned into Senator Joseph McCarthy, who is a true patriot, ridding this nation of the red filth that has infiltrated our culture and will seep into the brains of our children if we do not take arms to eliminate this scourge and send them back to hell by the way of Moscow. So suck on it, Khrushchev.
Whoa. Whoa.
Those were the
Yikes.
actual lyrics. So if you listen to it closely, that's what she actually sings.
It must have been like, I never realized it must have been the reverb on the track that
It's not the clearest recording. And I think
Okay.
that's what gets lost in translation.
I don't really know Misheard lyrics, like but I did up until about last year believe one of my favorite songs around this time of year was Christmas Shoes.
Sure.
And
It's a good one. Yeah.
I thought, because I like melodies, I don't really listen to the lyrics. I really just thought it was about buying a nice pair of shoes for Christmas. And it's not.
No.
It is.
You got to dig a little deeper to that one.
Don't look into that one.
So hey, Jake, at work, can you make a fun holiday playlist? Like we want the party to be hopping, and you're like, I know people love shoes.
That's how I found out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People let you know that it's